Wardrobe malfunction for Steve.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're at Fort Peck, enjoying our half-price rate for camping.
Yes, a Corps of Engineers Park, COE.
Yep, so we get them half price and with electric and sometimes water, but this one just has electric.
Yeah, but it has water spigots within the campground that you can fill up at. And there's a dump station at the entrance we're going to dump.
Yep.
So, Fort Peck is really nice and quiet. Big sites spaced far apart. Beautiful shade trees. You know, when you figure you're in the middle of Montana, it's awfully nice to have shade trees.
Yep.
So, what are we doing today, dear?
We are driving to Teddy Roosevelt Park.
Yeah.
See what that looks like.
Well, we kind of drove through part of it last time, but this time we're going to take a little more time there. And we're leaving early in the morning. It's only 8 a.m.
Yeah. So hopefully that'll help.
It's about a 4-hour drive.
Yeah.
But we are hoping to work our way home sooner than later because there's what's called the heat dome is coming to the Midwest.
Yeah.
And we're hoping to get home before we're hitting those 90-degree days, 90, 95, whatever they're predicting.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, so far it looks like at Teddy Roosevelt, the high today might be 81 or 82.
Yeah.
But they don't have electrical hookups in their campground. We know nearby in the town of Dickinson, there's a nice little city campground or county campground called on Patterson Lake.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we'll go there because there they do have plug-ins.
Yeah.
But they are right next to the railroad tracks, so you don't get good sleep there.
No, you get listen to the train a little bit.
Yeah, but it's close by, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So other than that, looks like a sunshiny day.
Yeah, we made up coffee this morning and had a little sweet roll, but we're going to stop part way on the road, maybe after an hour or so, and make some breakfast. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay. Fire it up, bud. Okay, we're up at the top of the dam. If we turn right, you can drive all the way along the edge of the dam to the West End campground. But we're going left. We're going to take Route 24. So here's a bunch of the hydroelectric stuff for the dam, evidently. For controlling buildings. And out there is the reservoir. Now, we took this road last year when we were here, so we know it really has some beautiful views. And here we go, up, 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 up. And there's the reservoir in the early morning. It's, for a railroad, like a engine house or something, for repairs. Yeah.
No idea why they've got a railroad come on. Certainly see the railroad tracks.
Maybe it's for tending the dam.
Oh, maybe it's some kind of...
For rolling back and forth across for opening and closing the dam.
Must be. Got the dam totally closed. It's dry as a cob over here.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. Must be part of the water control system. Even on this side, the water's way down. Okay, we're going to cruise this terrain of a very scenic road called Highway 24, I believe. And we remember it as being very pretty when we drove through here last year, but it was hard to see a lot of the scenery because of the wildfire smoke. think you're supposed to go home. I don't think you're supposed to be here. Nick. Hi, Moo Cow. Wait. Hey, Moo Cow. Hey, Bossy. Wait, I gotta zoom in just a little bit. Nicholas.
Nick. I know that's a cow. It's terrible.
Hey, Moo Cow. I don't think you're supposed to be here. I think you're supposed to go home. Go on, go home.
I don't know how I'm gonna jump over.
Yeah, how you gonna jump over that fence? Oh, Nick, are you all excited? Bye, cow. Well, that made Nick's day. Yeah. Did that excite you? Did you see a cow? Yeah, what are you gonna do with the black cow? Oh, so exciting. Well, at the corner of 24 and 200, there's this really nice visitor center. Right, Nick? And they have nice RV parking. And they have a water faucet to hook up to. And guess what they have over here? A little doggy yard. There you go, Nick. Run. Oh, he says I have to sniff first. But it's right at the intersection of 24 and 200. We had stopped here last year, so we knew it was here. Really nice picnic area, nice building with information and restrooms. Last year there were cows across the road. I took some pictures of. Nick's gonna do his thing. We just made some breakfast in the parking lot. Now Steve's topping off our water tanks before we move on. Here's inside their nice visitor center building. Restrooms, water. Nice and cool in here. I don't know if technically it's air conditioning, but it's nice and cool. Yes, they found dinosaurs in this area. I know we were down around the Nebraska area too, where they had found dinosaurs. They said this used to be a humid subtropical coastline. Okay, Steve's done topping off our water, and it's time to hit the road. Right, Nick? Trains and lots more trains. We're now on Highway 200S heading towards Glendive. And then we hit the interstate. We have no choice. We have to take that to Teddy Roosevelt National Park. So as we're driving along, we do have to get onto 94. What we thought was interesting looking at these trains with the trestles underneath every so often. And then every now and then they're unhooked where there's a space. That's because there's a crossroad to some of these farmers' fields and animals, and that they have to break the train apart into pieces so people can still get access. I don't know how long these trains sit here on a siding waiting to get loaded up at the granaries up ahead. Most of these cars, I think, are grain cars. So we're cruising along. The road's pretty smooth. And we're doing, what, about 79 degrees now. Temperature dropped a couple degrees. here's one of these train breaks we were talking about here. See, every so often, so they can access maybe a gate or an area for feeding their animals. See, here's what we meant, where they have to break the train apart because there's an access road for that farmer's field. Beautiful rolling hills and fields, hay fields. There's a lot of bales out there. Lindsay, the town of Lindsay. And most of these little towns have the railroad tracks and a big old granary. Some are functioning, some aren't. Here, let's catch a little look of a Montana rural town. Operating anymore. It doesn't look like it. The granary. That's about it for a small town. Not much. And on we go further south and east. Okay, we are near what is called Home on the Range. This is where the deer and the antelope play, I guess. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at the rolling green hillsides, the cottonwood trees along the streams. And I am not going to break into song. Start singing Home on the Range for you. But last year when we went through here, I did see an antelope. It was right about in this area on the side of the road. I laughingly told Steve maybe it's a statue they put there just to fool people. No, because I think it was right in this area. Steve, do you see any antelopes?
Yeah.
None of them are playing? Well, we did go ahead and make reservations for Patterson Lake in Dickinson, North Dakota. We were able to actually get the same site we were on last year. I had some difficulty with their website, but I finally got it. So we do have a place tonight with electric hookup. It's only 80 degrees right now. It was 82, but it's supposed to get up to 86, and tomorrow 90. So it'll be kind of nice to have an electric hookup tonight. I know we usually try to boondock or get a free campsite or primitive camping, but sometimes you gotta bite the bullet and plug it in. It's either that or run the generator, and we don't want to do that all night long. So we're watching the countryside unfold. It's absolutely beautiful. We are now entering the National Grasslands Federal Reserve. Just look at some of these remaining rock formations after the wind blows away the softer material. Roosevelt National Park. We have free entrance with our America the Beautiful Senior Access Pass. We're going to drive through the park on the route and take a view of some of the interesting things that we see in the brochure. Of course, we can't get to everything today, but we'll see what we can look at.
Yeah, the guy at the gate said that we shouldn't go any further than Buck Hill with our motorhome. So I'm not sure why, but that's what he said.
Yes, he asked about the length of our motorhome. We also turned off the front dash air conditioning and put on the generator with the rooftop air. We're going to see if that makes a difference as we drive. So we are right at the southern unit. And we're driving north through an area of the park, and I believe we're going to Prairie Dog Town, which sounds delightful to me.
Yep, Prairie Dog Town will be the first place to see, I guess, other than views as we're going.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Well, some porta potties.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful how all the sandstone formations peek out of the grassy sections of the hills. They said the fire danger is very low today on the sign back there. That's nice to know too. And we're not in a high fire area. There's got to be animals going through here because I see game trails from like the mountain goats maybe, or maybe the mule deer. Camera. So what's this, Steve?
Pull off?
Well, I don't know. It looks like a prairie dog town to me.
Looks like we might have made the Prairie Dog Town.
Yeah, I see some of them little critters. Maybe you could pull ahead of this one. Or maybe they'll pull ahead a little further.
No, I guess not. I guess we have to. Like you
Oh,
said.
he's going to back up, I guess.
Oh, look at that one digging a hole right there.
Oh, yeah, just give me a minute. Okay, Steve wants me to look at the one digging a hole right there. Okay, see him? He's digging the hole. here's a game trail here on the right. Looking to see if there's anything down that way. Must have little routes that they like to travel on. I suppose being an animal within the park is pretty safe. There's nobody hunting you. All you have are your natural predators. It said there are wolves. And the cars all go slow enough so they don't hit you. Wow, look at these beautiful rocks, all the stripes in them. You know, the painted desert rocks. Like the Black Hills. The same idea of all the levels of terrain. I think it's wonderful that this area got preserved all those years ago by an animal lover, you know, to make sure that this stayed natural. Peaceful Valley Ranch. Retreat area. You can go on horse rides. Want to go horse ride?
Nope. Sorry.
Oh, is that pretty? Look at how blonde that edges of all that sand are. Somebody off behind us.
Yep.
Okay, I'll take a break for a moment and send these pictures to my friend Vicky. here's Buck Hill Road, and he told us we should turn around here. Our vehicle of 25 feet should not go any further. And there are some signs warning the same thing.
Well, see if we can see any more wildlife.
Yeah, let's see if we can see more bison. We got one halfway hiding behind the bushes.
Yep.
Can you imagine being a pioneer coming through this area for the first time, being an explorer? You're on flat grassy land, and suddenly you come into this.
Yeah.
All the little arroyos and the canyons and the little crevices made by the rivers and the fresh water. Must have seemed like a marvelous oasis.
Rough looking country, huh? For someone to come across.
Yeah.
Riding your horse, trying to get to the west or wherever they're trying to go. You gotta be pick and choose your way through this. It's gotta be really interesting.
Yeah. And not too often did they have compasses. They had to rely on the sun to know where they were going.